Good morning. Welcome everybody to
No, it just started. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to the 1920 Sears and Roebuck cottage renovation. This is an update. So as you can see, if you look behind us, how green the grass is coming in. Here, I'll lift the camera up a little bit.
We finally have grass and not mud.
And then we got the fence all the way back to the garage now. From right there all the way back to the garage, and they got two pieces of siding put up on the garage. So it's shiplap siding, so it would be it'll match the house. It'll be navy blue with white trim.
It's
So
coming together.
yeah, it's coming together.
Daddy's been Daddy's been pretty busy.
So since our last video, we left off at Mommy got out of the hospital in Quincy.
Yep.
Yep.
I was home about 4 days, and we ended up having to rush me to Iowa City.
Well, Iowa City, there was another hospital in between there. I won't say the name of the town, but it's Fort something in Iowa. By the time the ambulance got her to Fort something in Iowa, the ambulance got her there, said that they would possibly take her from there to Iowa City by ambulance. By the time I got a bag packed for her and got there, they had put her in a room on a chair and give her a shot of fentanyl for pain. By the time I showed up, she was falling out of the chair, she was vomiting, and I was pretty upset. Why wasn't she in a bed? Why were you given narcotics and left to sit in a chair by yourself in a room? So I asked the nurse what was going on, and well, she's waiting on a CT scan, but the hospital was full.
They
And I
were
said, yeah,
they were trying to get me to drink a drink that, with all the vomiting, I couldn't even sip.
you couldn't even drink it, and it's a drink that you drink for a CT scan. Most places nowadays are updated. Mommy had a spider on her, sorry. Most places nowadays are updated. They give you an IV with the iodine in it that lights up for a CT scan. You don't have to drink nothing no more. But with the bowel obstruction, they're trying to get her to drink something, and there's just no way. So I asked if they could provide transport to Iowa City. They said no. She has to wait her turn. So then I asked, can I sign her out and I'll take her to Iowa City? So they said yes. So they had me sign a paper to sign her out to refuse treatment. So then I asked for a wheelchair to help me get her to the car, and they said, no, this is where our job ends. You want a wheelchair, find it yourself. So I finally found a wheelchair, got her in the car, got her to the hospital. In the meantime, between here and there, I didn't get pulled over until half a block from the hospital. I was doing 27 into 25.
But he was
the
nice.
nice officer escorted us to the hospital.
And then kind of chuckled and sent you on your way.
He was a pretty good guy. So hats off to Iowa City Police Department for helping a guy that's frantic trying to find the emergency room. And then Mommy went in for surgery for a bowel obstruction, and I'm gonna turn this over to her. So Mommy, you want to tell them what happened during surgery?
So during surgery, with the bowel obstruction, there was a whole lot, with my Crohn's disease, there was a whole lot of scar tissue that was in the large intestine and the large bowel and the small bowel. They went in to go ahead and remove the scar tissue, as well as do a resection of my bowels, and I will have a temporary ileostomy for 3 to 6 months to give my bowels time to heal up and do what they need to do so that they can go in and reverse it. While they were in there doing the surgery, they found cancer in my large bowel, as well as a small spot on my pelvis and a small spot on my rectum. They were able to get it all out. They also did, out of 3 out of 8 of my lymph nodes, they found it in there as well. So they did remove that. Then
They was able to get all the cancer, but what was the spot that was on her pelvis and the spot that was on her rectum.
Yeah, and on the 29th of this month, I will have MRIs done with contrast to find out how much is on those 2 spots and if it would be, you know, removable. With was diagnosed on the 9th with stage 4 colon cancer.
Yeah.
So the 20th I go into the oncologist to find out what our treatments are going to be. More than likely I will have to go through chemo and radiation. On top of, in August, I have to meet my new Crohn's doctor to get on medicine so that the scar tissue doesn't ever build up again. Get back on the proper medications that I have to be on to take care of that. Gonna be a long road, but I've got him, my kids, my grandbabies, my fur babies, all to help get me through it.
Big support team.
Yeah, really big support team. Everybody's taking it pretty hard. It was a shock. We weren't expecting them to come back with a cancer diagnosis
Of stage 4.
Of stage
and the way
4.
Iowa City did it, it was kind of, you have stage 4 cancer, and then shoved us out of the room onto an elevator where we collapsed. They need to start doing something, and it's a great hospital, don't get me wrong. But when they tell somebody that, they need to have somebody in there for counseling.
I mean, we asked, but we weren't expecting it to be told in the way that it was.
Yeah.
The team of doctors up there are completely amazing people.
Yeah.
They were on it from the moment I walked in the door. They had gastrology there, surgeons in the room, family doctors in the room. The nurses are absolutely amazing. They kind of got bored with me after a while because a couple of days after surgery, my doctor was like, nope, you get up, you take care of all your own stuff. So they really didn't have to do much with me but vitals and medications. I was in there
because I wasn't able to go visit a whole lot because Iowa City's a 2-hour drive from Missouri where we're at. And living on SSI disability, it's it's $120 in gas there and here, and we only have $400 or $500 left out of each one of our checks at the end of the month to survive on. So we did everything by video,
daily
video chat daily on the puppies and daddy and how things were going here around the house.
Made sure he got outside and was doing some things.
Yeah, I was moping around the house, and she finally
moping.
told me to get off my arse and get busy. So that's our update. I know we only have 22 subscribers, but we love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We need to get this out to as many people. She does have a GoFundMe set up for her cancer treatments.
Each one of my co-pays for my specialists are $20 or $50, sorry. And just the gas for us to get up.
Yeah. It's
right
like
now
we have this month we've
so
had
much.
3 appointments so far, and it took all of our money for groceries. So that's why we have a GoFundMe. It's going to be a difficult journey, but that's why we're doing these videos, so you can be along with us on our journey.
And we will, I know the videos for the house and the progress that we've been doing have been a little slow. He just hasn't really had the time to do a whole lot with getting things done, but we
Yeah.
will start putting out more videos.
We've got quite a bit done, but then we got hit with all this.
Yeah.
Mommy got sick. She wound up back in the hospital again, and then rushed to another hospital, and then the surgery, and then the diagnosis, and then thank God it's been a fight, but we're always here for each other. She takes care of me when I'm down and I can't. We had a problem in the basement of this old house. We had a copper pipe, a T that was leaking, and it was right close to a 220 junction box. So we had to shut the power down, go down in there, and I had to cut out all the bad copper. And with my broken back and neck, crawling down into a crawl space and then wrapping yourself around. I had myself wrapped around the sump pump, so I'm sitting in water, covered in water, trying to solder a bunch of copper pipes back together. And believe me, when they did this house back in probably the 30s or 40s, whenever they started changing things into copper pipes, they didn't do a very good job. So me being a millwright, being kind of picky on how things are done, I had to put it all back together properly. So it took about 5 hours. By the time I was done, I could barely crawl out of the hole. I've been in a lot of pain. Mommy's been helping me, and she's the one that just had surgery and got stitches. But she's been helping me get around.
Yeah, as much as I can.
She helped me get back. She helped me get up, and we went to church today. So.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to the church.
First Baptist Church of Keokuk, Missouri. We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for all the prayers that you put out.
Pastor Cameron, we love you guys. Without your prayers, we wouldn't be where we're at.
And with the GoFundMe, I know times are tough for everybody right now. The economy is in bad shape. Every little bit helps. I'm not asking for a lot. I mean, just $5.
Yeah, we got the
$5
GoFundMe at $25,000. We don't know how many years she's going to have to go through this, how many trips back and forth, the expenses,
the cost of my medication.
We still have a GoFundMe for the house because we're spending our Social Security money on
me right now.
Her and trying to fix this old barn. I need to get the barn completed and insulated and sheetrock before I move on to the beauty shop, which is right. I'm gonna show you the beauty shop. Right there. That's what's going to be turned into a guest home, but it already has running water and sewer.
And I give hats off to Daddy. He finally figured out what it's like to do everything in the house: laundry, dishes, vacuum.
I had gotten used to it. I lived out in Colorado for about 10 years, and 5 years I was by myself because Mommy was taking care of her mom in the Quad Cities in Davenport, Iowa, and I had to take care of everything at the house.
When we finally were back in the same house, he got used to Mommy doing
everything, and then all of a sudden, Daddy had to do everything. Hello, Mr. Bumblebee. We have a lot of bumblebees in the yard. They like to come visit and say hi. So if you see one fly up, don't freak out.
We have bumblebee.
They just like to come say hi. They don't bother nobody.
And I also want to give props. I mean, Quincy Hospital, the doctors don't communicate really well together, but the nurses there are absolutely amazing. Every nurse I had was helpful, would sit in there and talk with me, and got to know quite a few of them pretty good. And I just want to let them all know how amazing they are at their jobs.
And shout out to
all the nurses
nurse in Iowa City.
All the nurses in Iowa City.
Yeah, she had a special nurse that she said when she came out of surgery, she's a little, loopy. But she had one nurse that took care of her quite a bit, and she said that she had a white aura, and her aura had a tail that went up into heaven.
Beautiful, beautiful bright white aura. Beautiful.
But she's to this day she remembers it. So
don't remember much else, but I remember her aura.
Mr. Zeus, I'm gonna let you guys say hi to Princess. Hi, Miss Princess. Say hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl.
Okay,
oh,
Mr. Zeus.
Mr. Zeus.
Mr. Zeus, come say hi.
Come say hi. Come say hi, Mickey
He's a
Ears.
happy boy again. He's finally smiling.
Yep, he's smiling again, you know, since Mommy was in the hospital, so he was sad. He's a happy puppy again. Oh, Mickey's ears. Yes, sir. All right, everybody.
But again, we want to thank each and every one of you. We love you all. Please remember, like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.